Hello. Now, this one's just for John. I don't have the What's in the Box button, but I have got this one. Don't forget to subscribe. Did you hear that? I was just dancing on my own like an idiot. Anyway, can you hear me? Can I just get a little yes, you can hear me? Hopefully you can. I'm alive. Can anyone hear me? I'm just chatting on my own. David, this is your job. Say something. Thanks, Kaz. Knew I could count on you and the Gamer Chef. Thank you, Matt, everyone. Right. Good to have you all here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being live with me as well. I'm going to get straight in, do an unboxing, and then hang out with you all later. So, I got some boxes over here. I think they're all Amazon. Don't know where they're all from, but I've got a guess that they're mostly coming from Mel in Arizona. Hence why I decided to wear my lovely t shirt tonight. Yay! Sent by the lovely Joyanne. Thank you. So, first up, this one. I have opened them all, but not looked inside. It's like Christmas for me because I like a surprise. Oh, okay. So go with the things that David opened. We've got some KitchenAid oven mitts, which I'm really excited about because our oven mitts are they're at that point where they're not actually very mitty anymore. They're just literally falling apart and you pick something up hot and you're still burning your hands. So, David, you can still be the KitchenAid kid. So, David was joking last time about being the KitchenAid kid. I think you could. We've been kitted out. We've been kitted out in KitchenAid stuff. And I think this is from Mel. There isn't a note in it, but I'm taking my guesses that Mel in Arizona. Oh, there is a note. I stand corrected. No, it's just a shipping list. So I stand corrected on that one, but I think this is Mel. I think this is Mel from Arizona. So thank you so much, Mel. I'm going to enjoy using these. I really am. I think, those long ones, you have to let me know. Do you have two separate mitts or do you have one of those long ones that are attached like we've got? Because those long ones that are attached are kind of good because you always have your left and your right together. Did I do a bush thing there? Left and right. No, I got it right. Left and the right. But if you have those ones where they're together, sometimes they get a bit tangled and not very good for actually holding things. So I think these other mitts that are separate are going to be ideal. So thank you so much. If this wasn't from you, Mel, thank you to whoever sent it, but I think it's Mel. Okay, on to number 2. Other mitts are a great gift. Oh, this has handles. It's not, but something like a paella dish rings in my head. I don't think it is going to be one of those. No, it's definitely not one of those. I've just felt the bottom. Right. It's just because I got handles. More KitchenAid. I'm going to open this for a better look. Oh, okay. An expanding colander that I can't expand. Okay, I think that it's got a child lock on it, but this is actually really good because we've got a colander, which I did find in the garage of all places. I don't know what it's doing in the garage because it should be in the kitchen. And the one that we have got in the kitchen is I don't want to be disrespectful, but it's one that I got from a very cheap place and it's falling apart. So this is going to come in particularly handy, especially as it's going to be able to sit over the sink without falling into the sink, which often happens. So thank you. Again, I'm thinking Mel. Just a packing list again in this one. So Mel, I think it's from you. If it's not, thank you to whoever sent that one. I think if it wasn't for this channel, I knew what a KitchenAid was in terms of the mixer, but I didn't know about all the other things that KitchenAid do. And I don't think I'd be as blown away. And I've got to say, as much as I love KitchenAid, and I might say this in some of the videos, I don't think my favorite KitchenAid item is the stand mixer. I just don't. I'm still getting to grips with that stand mixer. It's causing me some troubles. So, hiya to all of you in the chat. Thank you for being where I can never speak when I'm on a live. I can't speak very well, period, as you guys say. I think my brain works faster than my mouth, and I go to say things and they all just go into a muddle. So, what I was meant to say was thank you for being here. It does mean a lot that you're here and you're joining in with the box openings or with whatever else we do and whatever videos we put out. You are always here subscribing, you're here supporting, you're watching our videos, and that means the absolute world to us. And without you watching videos, we couldn't be doing things that we're doing. So, really, really, from all of us, we really do appreciate it, like from the bottoms of our heart. Thank you so much for just watching and for sticking with us and for being here on the live chats and on the lives, because I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but the fact that you show up, it's just wonderful. Right. This one is getting heavier. There isn't that many actually tonight, in terms of things to unbox. So there will be a large section of me probably talking absolute gibberish to you all after I've done the unboxing. So apologies for that in advance. I was actually quite envious of David the other night when he was unboxing all the KitchenAid things, because I was like, I just want to get in there and start playing with it, especially some of the things that he opened. I was like, no, I know what that's for. And yeah, I just, love it. Okay, we have packaging. Ooh. Okay. This was maybe one of the things that David should have opened, because the first thing I saw was a sausage. But David, you were already talking the other day. You have got proper barbecue tongs and like the flipper griller thingy. Is it called a fish slice or something? Yeah, so they feel pretty decent. They feel robust and solid. So I don't know how many years ago. I think it was like 2 years ago. We bought David a dad's barbecue set, like quite a cheap set. And it was meant to be a Father's Day gift, and he did appreciate them and he did use them. But the tongs are those that you kind of pinch and they go, and they don't actually close; they just misalign. So yeah, they've not been the best. So we've been working with them, and he did see those tongs that Nell sent on the previous live, and they had the silicone bits. He's like, I could use them on the barbecue. And I was actually in the live chat screaming, no, they're not for the barbecue, they're for the kitchen, because they'd get melted, wouldn't they? Oh, there's other bits in here. Right. So tongs, barbecue items. I don't want to be disrespectful, but move over, Cowboy Kent. There is a new whisk in town. So Alana lovingly lets us use her whisk that Cowboy Kent gave her when we went to visit him in Oklahoma. But now we've got our own one. So she'll be very impressed that we don't have to share. So Alyssa's now got one that was kindly sent to us by Teresa, like a little miniature one. Alana's got a Cowboy Kent one. And then David and I have got our KitchenAid one. Now, you'll be pleased to know we actually had a little sort out on Sunday. It was like a little Mother's Day sort out. Actually, it was Mother's Day over here in the UK, but I know it's not Mother's Day there until May. But we had Mother's Day. And whilst we were cooking in the kitchen, we decided to sort through our utensils and we put all of our new ones out. And we recycled, I'm going to say, some of the old ones that could be recycled. But yeah, it's so much more fun using these. And I know that sounds silly, but I don't buy myself nice kitchen equipment apart from like the KitchenAid. I'll give you that. But I don't usually buy myself nice stuff. I buy like the cheap and cheerful stuff. And it is a false economy. And when you do use nice stuff, it just makes the job more pleasurable, doesn't it? Thank you for the whisk.
Right, I've just seen. I've got to quickly nip up. I've just been watching this. How cool is all this stuff?
Don't wake the children.
No. Barbecue stuff. Barbecue stuff. How amazing is this?
So if you want to see,
Thank you for watching. Love you. I'm going back downstairs now.
Hey, stop hijacking my life. So if you do want to see David get back on the smoker, which I am like, yes, please do that. Just let him know, because he's got no reason to want an excuse to get out on that smoker. He cannot wait. And for those of you that are just tuning in and have missed some of the things, if you didn't know that we're going all in on this YouTube thing, we've decided that with a lot of things that have happened in our personal lives, we've decided that we're going all in. David is, let's say, sacrificing his salary that he was getting with his paid job. So as you might have seen in the chat, he's been in an exhibition for the past 3 days. I've not seen him. Well, I seen him on Mother's Day, and then the next day was our anniversary, and I didn't see him. And then I've not seen him until like 20 minutes ago, and I've seen him for 20 minutes whilst he ate his dinner. And yeah, I don't think I'll see him again until Monday, but he's very busy with work. My point being is he's given up his full-time job. We're doing YouTube. We're going to give it a go full-time. We've got a good, I think, 12 months of our savings that we're going to plow back into it to keep us going, to pay for our things like our mortgage and our household bills, and see if we can actually do this. And I don't think we'll ever get to a stage where we're going to make a living out of it, but we're going to be able to live, if that makes sense. So we're going to be able to just pay our bills and hopefully do this. So yes, David won't have an excuse to get on that smoker. I'll be going to him, David, you need to go out there and you need to make us dinner and you need to cook something and do a video out of it. And I'm sure he'll be very happy. There's more. Hey, a pizza. I was going to call it a pizza cutter, but it actually says on here a pizza wheel. So that's going to be fun. I'm glad we had a little clear out of the utensils, because the space I created is going to be taken up with these things. Again, I bought a cheap and cheerful one from IKEA. It actually does do the job better than the one I had before. But a few of you said it's all in the motion away, isn't it? Not pulling back. So you should slice moving away. Yep. See, I'm picking up tips on how to use things. But do you know one of the things I do like about all these things? Dishwasher safe. Not a lot of things are dishwasher safe. And if you've got a dishwasher, you want to put everything in the dishwasher. Yes, Monty. Fresh pasta. I am gonna hopefully try to make some fresh pasta at some point, and I can use that for cutting strips. I can't remember. I think it was dumplings. I think I used it for making dumplings, and I also used it as in slippery dumplings, and I also used it for cutting pastry to make like a lattice top. I've just seen
Super chat.
Oh, I got the button right. Thank you, Matt. Oh, here's a little something to help with the salary replacement. Love you guys. Oh, sorry, I'm clicking on the wrong thing now. Right. David, can you handle that in the chat, please? Because I don't know why, but the mouse doesn't like me. I can't click on anything here, Matt. Sorry. But thank you so much. The only thing I can do is put you in timeout, and I don't want to be doing that. So thank you so much for that. That really does help us out more than you could know. You have all been so kind and so generous, and I know a lot of you have been asking what ways you can help us. And honestly, if anything, just watch our videos, subscribe to the channel, share them out with your friends and family, because the more people that like them and watch them, the better it does for us. But not only that, if you do feel like that you want to do anything further, we've got Patreon, and we've got a lovely bunch of people on Patreon. You can hop on over to Patreon. We love to post as much on there as we can as well, and I think that will become more apparent, and we'll be posting more things on there when David actually finishes and starts doing this full time. David, my timer's going off. That means if you've sorted out Alyssa's bottle, it should be ready to cook. Should be ready to feed her. Oh,
Super
got another
chat.
one. From Kaz. Better watch out with that whisk. You might get whisked away. Oh, yes. Kaz, the resident storm chaser. We don't want to get whisked away in anything. Oh, little story for you. I know I said I wasn't gonna get into the chat too much and I wasn't going to dive digress. That was the word. I was going to say diverse. I wasn't going to go diversifying into anything. Digress. I got Alana watching Wizard of Oz, the Muppets version the other day, and I had to explain to her about the tornado. She said, "Why have they picked their house up and moved it?" I was like, "No, no, no, that was the tornado." And I was trying to explain to her. She didn't quite understand, but yeah, bless her. She started watching that, so she probably will be into tornadoes soon, and we'll send her your way because I know you can help. And the last thing in this package, an ice cream scoop. Alana's going to love this because we've actually had 2 ice creams in the last 2 days, would you believe? And that's not something we normally do. We've had some really nice weather, like the last 2 days. It almost feels like it's going to be a bit summery, and I think that's set to change. But we had an ice cream at home, and that was because I wanted to make room in the freezer. And then we went out to the park yesterday and I bought her an ice cream and I did buy myself one. And yeah, it was lovely having an ice cream. Oh, yeah. Right then. Thank you so, so much for this, Mel. I'm assuming it's from you, but if I'm wrong, somebody correct me. I'll stop saying that because I've said that in every package, but I do think these are all from Mel. Oh, we've got another one. Sorry, I just seen it.
Super chat.
Thank you, Doug. I could heart that one this time. No timeouts. No, I can't do anything else. I won't play with it. So Doug sent us when Alyssa was born. He sent us some packages and things from our Amazon baby wish list. I think that's what it's called. And one of the things that Doug got for us was a buggy board. I don't know if that's what you call them over there in the US, but they attach to the buggy so like a toddler or an older sibling can ride along as well. And I set it all up for I set it up yesterday for Alana. So when we went out and walked, we went to the park, which I say park, it's like the next town along, which is about 3 miles each way. So obviously it was a bit too far for Alana to walk. So we set the buggy board and she was on it. But this is one thing I don't think I told you. I don't know. I think I did actually, Doug. On the way home, she had such a good day. And obviously she was playing in the park. And on the way home, she was sat on this little buggy board because it comes with a seat. And she was holding on to Alyssa's pram and I was pushing. And she was going, she fell asleep. And I was pushing her. She was doing this. And I was like, oh, she's going to fall off in a minute. So I was like trying to hold her and wake her up. But yeah, it's obviously a really comfortable ride, that, and might need to get an adult one. It doesn't, I think it was 25 kilos it takes, and I'm a lot more than 25 kilos. So it's not going to take my weight. I'll tell you that for nothing. Okay. I'm on to the last one now. I feel like this is going a bit quickly for me. I don't know if I'm like rushing through them. But I will hang out. If anybody wants to hang out, that would be lovely. I just had a quick look. There's 188 of you joining me now, so thank you so much. But only 99 likes. So if you haven't liked it already, make sure you like it. And if you don't like it yet, make sure you like it on the way out because all those things really do help with the little algorithm. Oh, this one feels a little bit heavy. Oh, yeah. It's a heavy one. I'm going to put it back down before I get a hernia. More KitchenAid. Dun, dun, dun. I've been wanting some stainless steel bowls for a long time. Just feel like they're quite chef-like, aren't they? To have these, you see them in kitchens, in restaurants, and chefs have them. And I feel like I've wanted one. And obviously, they are very good for keeping ingredients cold. So especially when you're doing things like pastry. So yeah, it's a set of 3. I am hoping you can see in the packaging. A set of 3 stainless steel mixing bowls, complete with a silicone base so they won't go flying all over the table when I'm trying to cook. Oh, I absolutely love these. I've really, really wanted some stainless steel bowls for quite a while. And they are freezer safe. And I do love that it says freezer safe and that when you're making certain things, it does say put it in the freezer, put the bowl in the freezer. If you see the size of our freezer, not much is going in our freezer. We can barely get our food in. We need one of those big chest freezers, I think, with all the things that we're cooking and like all your barbecue food. Because quite honestly, before we started this channel, when we talk barbecue, as David always says to you, it just meant grill. So it was just burger and sausages, maybe a bit of chicken or something like that. It wasn't anything like these big bits of meat that we're now buying. So in our freezer, we do have two fridge freezers. We've got one in the garage, but they're both like the similar size and they're both small and they're like the lower compartment with like just the drawers and you can barely get things in there. But we have got like huge chunks of meat that we've been buying or we have bought in the past, I say. And it's like we never had that before. Our freezer was mainly filled with like ice or like not because it needed defrosting, but like packs of ice that you would buy to go in drinks and just like random stuff. And now it's filled with like big chunks of meat or leftovers where we cook things. I've got like leftovers that I'm really excited to eat in the freezer because I know they're still going to be really good. So, yes, don't think I'd ever get a bowl or any kitchen utensils in the freezer. But I think one day my job is sorry, not one day my job is one day to actually clear out our garage. And if I can clear enough space, I'm hoping David will let me get a chest freezer so that we can put more things in it because I just think they're like a good thing, aren't they? You can get so much more in them. I love the idea of drawers in a freezer or fridge, but it does take up space and it's not usable space all the time. There is something else in this box, and this is why it's heavy. I'm going to ask you, go on, anyone guess what's in here that's making it heavy? I'm going to have a slip of my drink whilst you have a little guess. Anyone going to guess? Oh, 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 oh. Okay, another box. A KitchenAid dishwasher. Oh, that would be quite cool. I'm not sure I believe to lift that one now. It's not a chest freezer either. Okay, just point that one out. Yay! So when ow, got my finger stuck. When I said earlier about the colander feeling a little bit like a paella dish, this is more like it. Not that I'm going to be using it as necessarily one, but we have got a cast iron dual handle. No, a dual handle pan. There you go. Everything's coming out wrong tonight. Oh, I'm excited. Don't know what to cook in this yet though, but I am excited. So we have got some amazing, amazing gifts, and this is the last thing that I'm opening tonight. But I just want to say a massive thank you because we have had amazing, amazing gifts. And of late, Mel, you've sent us some incredible things, and they've just kept on coming. And I feel really spoiled, I suppose the word is, and slightly embarrassed just by the amount of things you sent us, but I do really, really appreciate it, and I cannot wait to cook more. I mean, I've cooked the breads already in these cast iron dishes, and they came out brilliant. Haven't used the griddle yet. Cannot wait to use that. Like I said, the utensils have been brilliant. The tea towels, the kitchen towels, loving those. Although I'm scared to use them and stain them. But yeah, I've just had some wonderful things. You guys are just beyond generous with what you do. I really, really do appreciate it, and I know David does as well. I'm just going to quickly check because I think there's a no, it's a packing list. I'm pretty sure this is all from Mel. I will double check because Mel did send us an email. I'm just going to put this down before I cause any damage. And that is the end of my unboxing tonight. But it's not the end of the live stream. I'm happy to hang out as long as you guys are happy to hang out for a bit. I will hang out for as long as possible. But the girls, they've got a little habit at the moment. They have decided to wake up a good hour earlier than they normally do. And last night, Alana decided she was having a sleepover in our bed. because David wasn't home. And I was like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. So she had a sleepover and that was lovely. So we had Alana and Alyssa in the bed. But like both of them woke up this morning and didn't wake each other up, but both woke up really early. So obviously I've got to get up at the same time. Um, but I was saying to Alyssa, like, you should actually give me a like half an hour warning so I could at least get you up, get a bottle, get you sorted before you wake up and start crying. But yeah, they're both waking up early. And then I said to David today, by about 11 o'clock this morning, I'd done so many things. I was just like, I feel like it's like 4 in the afternoon. I feel absolutely shattered. But hopefully I will, I'll be able to stay awake for a bit longer. I was thinking like some of my formative years when I used to go out clubbing, I used to go out about this time of night. It's 10:40 p.m. here, and I know a lot of us did. I used to like get myself ready to go out about this time, whereas everyone was going to bed, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm just going out now." But I thought that might have served me well now. But no, having children, I think yeah, they do make you tired, don't they? All right, thank you, David. I'm glad you've told me and asked somebody to tell me that you've fed Alyssa and she's gone back to sleep. Thank you. I got the message. So, how is everybody? Is everybody okay? I know, like, some of you are having the most bizarre weather. I think a lot of you are having the bipolar weather where 1 minute is like freezing cold, the next minute it's sunny, and then it's like raining and all sorts. I know Sharon, one of our patrons, was saying about it the other day. Like one day is snow, and then the next day she's had beautiful sunshine. And I said, "How do you even know what to wear?" Because I don't think you can. And I think we've had 2 days of nice weather. I don't even know what the weather's doing tomorrow, but it's not going to be anything like some of the weather you get. But yeah, is everybody okay? Is everybody having nice weather? Is everybody having a good time? Hopefully. Um, I've just seen, I don't know if Dave has responded to it, message from Dave. Dave, I think I may have emailed you yesterday about the clothing shirt sizes. Um, if I didn't, I'm pretty sure I did. Check your email. If you haven't got that, then yeah, let me know again and I'll send that. But we haven't actually publicised anywhere um, that shirt sizes or anything like that. So it wouldn't be found anywhere. Maybe on David's OnlyFans account, he publishes his shirt size, but he doesn't on this channel, that's for sure. I got to try and get him back somehow for what he said about me on the last live. I know, Kaz, I know you do want storms. Yeah, I don't think you'll get the kind of storms you want in the UK, although there were some pretty bad ones across Europe of late. But yeah, your storms are epic, and thank you for sharing the images and the pictures that you did because yeah, I love the idea of some of the storms in a way that it's kind of weather that we're not used to. So I obviously like to see what you guys have, but I got to tell you, when we were last in America and we were in Texas and we went to North Texas before we went to Oklahoma, and we were under storm watches. And Kaz, I let you know, didn't I? I was like, I'm actually quite scared. I don't know what to be doing. So Kaz knew where we were going and our whereabouts and things. So he was letting us know what the weather was going to be like. But literally the day we turned up and we met with Shannon and Kent, and we were there, and they said, right, so we're under a tornado watch and we're just going to keep an eye out for the weather. It's pretty windy right now, but you know, if things get really bad, we'll just get you packed up and like get you back to your hotel as soon as possible. And I was there thinking, what? I'm like, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere and you're going to like get us packed up and there's a storm. And if I wouldn't know what to do. And, you know, I was terrified, but I was like, okay, we can do this. And the night before, the weather was terrible. We actually went shopping. I can't remember where we went now. It wasn't one of the, I think it was like a Texas store. It wasn't HEB and it wasn't Brookshire Brothers. It was a store we hadn't been to before, but we went in there and it was nice weather when we went in. And when we came out, it was hell. And it was absolutely chucking it down. The skies were grey, it got really dark. And then we were on tornado watch all night and we were sleeping in our hotel room. And well, Sleeping, I don't think I slept. I've got another one of these.
Super chat.
6 mums. Do you explain the difference between grilling and barbecuing to your friends? Do they really understand? I know you do. Aloha from, oh, I can't say that. Aloha, anyway, Hawaii. But I don't know how to pronounce it. And I don't want to do it wrong. Kauai? Kauai? I just did it, didn't I? Just did it wrong. Yes, we have to explain it. So, David does a good job, but over here, you say barbecue, everyone will turn up with burgers and sausages, and that's just the way it is. And I think we did tell you all. We had somebody say, "We're going to do an American barbecue," and we were like, "Oh yeah, that's really exciting." What they kind of meant was an American supper, and I don't know if you use that term over there, but over here, when you say an American supper, it's like everybody brings a dish. But what they meant was everybody brings a dish to cook on the barbecue. So there was no smoking. It was just a grill. Um, and yeah, it was a little bit like, okay. So that's not quite what we envisaged. Obviously, we know American barbecue now, and we've not looked back. We are not going to. I think is ingrained in our blood. I actually had keep going to take a sip of this and keep talking. Actually, one of our neighbours say to me the other day, "Oh, you know the pergola that you've got in the garden? I don't know what the correct term is, but is it pergola?" And I was like, "Oh, we just call it a barbecue shelter because that's what we built it for the shelter and the barbecue." And then I went in to explain that we've got a big American smoker and what we were doing on it and whatnot. Um, so yeah, we're well invested in American style barbecue now. Ah, is that what you call a potluck, Al? I didn't really know what a oh, and T2 says, yeah. Oh, and Kyle and Travis and everybody else has put me right now. I didn't know, I didn't actually know that that was what a potluck was. I just assumed well, I thought it was more like a picnicky thing, which I guess it is, but like, yeah, basically where you all bring your own dish. So yeah, exactly that. I should have known better, shouldn't I? Um, Lucy Lulu Super Guru. Oh, that's a mouthful, but I like it. David, oh, this one's to you, David. Are you and Nikita the most popular in the neighborhood when you fire up the grill and smoker? Do you have such things as block parties there? Um, I'll answer on David's behalf until he jumps into the chat. No, we're not very popular. We're a little bit incognito, I think. Like we go under the radar. We just do our thing and that's it. Although, Pete and Rio are neighbours and they've come over and enjoyed barbecue with us. And also our next door neighbour, we've given them food as well. But no, it's not a massive thing over here, block parties. We do on occasion have like street gatherings, but it's I don't know, it's not like you guys would do. We had one at Christmas and it was basically I think 3 of our neighbours who live, like, all next door to each other, they decided to do a Christmas event, and it was really, really nice, and they did mulled wine and things like that, but everyone just took some drinks over, and we all just stood in their front, like, I say front yards, but basically it's their driveways, parking spaces, and we stood in front of the houses, and we had, I think some music on. They had, like, what was it? Like, snow effect, like bubble snow kind of thing. Someone was dressed as Father Christmas or Santa Claus, and yeah, we just had a nice little time. But it wasn't like the whole street; it was just 3 houses, and then I'd probably say I don't even know how many houses turned up, but like a select few houses decided to go, and we obviously did because we love community things and doing things like that. We do have like little community fairs. So we live in a little village, and they do like a we have like a church fair and like village fairs here as well. And everyone gets together. They're they're good for the community, but I would also say a little bit lacking. Like it doesn't feel like they've got a lot there. I think it needs a little bit more entertainment and things, or just some kind of like oomph to get things going. I mean, the church fairs are nice because everybody like they do like a bake off thingy and people make cakes, but it's very traditionally English, which Morris dancers. Don't know if you know what Morris dancers are. And to me, I feel a bit rude saying it, but I'm going to say it anyway because I'm amongst friends. But it's a little bit dated and not quite in keeping with today. So, like, before we've gone and Lana's got a face pain, we've bought something to eat and then we've come home because it's like that's not much more to do.
New member.
Welcome to Penny. Welcome to Mr. Roach and Friends. Thank you for joining us as a new member. That was quite good for moving me swiftly on from that one before I offended any of my neighbours, if I've not already. But yeah, I'd love a bit more of a. We've got a really good community vibe here. I'm going to give it that. And it's more so here than any other place that we felt where we've lived. But yeah, it's not quite how you guys do it. I don't know all my neighbours' names. I don't know what they do. I don't know various things about them. But I just think that's kind of the British way. I think everybody's friendly. Everybody says hello to each other. Everybody talks to each other, but not in that knowing each other's business constantly. I won't say constantly, not knowing each other's business. Like I said, we don't know some of their names. We don't know what they do, but I think that's just the English way. David says I'm nosy and knows everybody. I would say it's more sociable. I'm not nosy, but no, I don't know everybody. I really don't. I like to try and be friendly, but I'm not. I'm actually quite shy, so I don't like going and talking to people. Whereas if people talk to me, I'd happily talk to them for ages, but I won't go and initiate a conversation because I'm a bit shy and awkward in that respect, I would say. Oh, hang on. Hard Tax just said morning isn't saying hello. Yeah, well, I think we kind of know about this kind of thing, don't we? I think a morning is just like morning, whereas hello, how are you? Is that kind of thing? I don't know. Or is maybe hello's more friendly and morning's more formal? I don't know. I really don't know. David's going to be in trouble. I mean, on the last live, he should have been in serious trouble, and now he's saying I'm nosy. I mean, what else is he going to say about me? I don't know. Hi, Larry. Um, yeah, Kyle. Fine line to being a nosy neighbour and just being chatty. Sounds like you're being chatty, which is good. I am. I'm not like overly chatty. I'll just say hello to people. And I probably know more people than David knows because I've had the advantage of getting involved in some of the community things. So I helped at one point do like the church play group for the young kids, and Alana used to go to it. But since I had Alyssa, I've not been able to help out, so I've not been going actually either. So I know some of the other mums in the village and the grandparents that would take their children there, and I know some of the people from the church and things like that. And yeah, I just get involved a little bit more than David has because I've had the time to. Um, so yes, I probably know more people than David, and that's why David thinks I chat a bit more. Oh, I've just seen that Dave sent 5 gift memberships to people. So I'm just going to do another one of these. Woohoo! Red sorghum. I would be chatty, but I'm afraid someone might respond. Oh, that's always a funny way, isn't it? When you get somebody, when you like go hi, and someone goes, "Oh, hello, how are you?" Blah blah blah. Blah. You're like, "Oh, just for saying hi." I do find I do get people's life stories. I'm the last time I went shopping, we've got a thing over here called Scan and Go. So basically, you either pick up a scanner, I don't know if you've got this, or you can do it on an app on your phone. You go around just scanning the barcodes and everything, put it in your trolley, go to a checkout point, scan it, and it loads up your basket that you've of all the items you scanned, and you're going to leave. So it's like the most unsociable form of shopping you could do. So I'm all right with that. So I did that, and it had some kind of alert, like I think I needed some authorization to buy something that I was buying or something like that. So the lady came along and I was stood there and she told me her life story. I knew how many brothers she had. I knew the time. I'm not going to repeat it because not that she'd be watching because we don't know each other like that. But she told me the ins and outs of what was happening in her life, how she's not getting on with certain people, what's been happening. And I was just like, this is all in a space of authorizing my shopping so I could actually leave. And I actually felt a bit like awkward because there was other people waiting for their shopping to be authorized and she was too busy chatting to me and I was like, "Uh-huh, huh," pushing the trolley. "Oh yeah, no, no, no." And she was still chatting. And then I get it all the time. I get like people talk to me on the bus stop or something, start chatting about something and I think they just like to open up. I think it's probably where I'm not very good at talking or engaging in a social conversation. They probably just fill the gaps and talk to me. So I know a lot of things about people. Michael, David's punishment for the transgression should be swift and without mercy. 50 lashes with a wet noodle. Are we talking like an egg noodle or one of these pool noodles? I don't know. Funny thing is, I was reading Alyssa Curious. No, I wasn't. I was reading Alana and Alyssa Curious George tonight, where we went to the chocolate factory. And in the back of the book, it's got some extra activities. And I was like, oh, look, Alana, a recipe. And I was going through the recipe and it said marshmallow fluff or marshmallow cream. I was like, check. Chocolate, yeah. Peanut butter. I was like, oh, yeah, we could do that. Blah, 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 blah. Chow mein noodles. I was like, oh no, this is going to be a repeat of the haystacks. I was like, oh no, we can't do that one. I started laughing to myself, but I'm not sure she knew what I was on about. But yes, I'm going to be very careful with some of my recipes from now on. Oh, um, Tina, yeah, I call those people strays. And yes, I know they're terrible, but they just pop in and they're gone. Was that was that referring to was that referring to the conversation? I'm not sure. Oh, do you call them chow mein noodles? Or was that how I got really confused, Travis? You know the noodles I use for haystacks, which were wrong? I don't know if that was the one. Um, oh, Janet, I'm not sure if anyone else is having glitching, but it might just be my talking. I might just be a bit buffery tonight. Sorry if you're having trouble, or Brenda's having trouble as well. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure if there's anything that I can do. Ah, David. Okay, we're all right. Sorry, I just pressed something and the screen went and I thought I'd ruined everything. Oh, I don't like this. It's going live malarkey. It scares me. I think John, are you still in the chat, John Howard? Am I doing all right with the buttons? I figured them out anyway, but yeah, if something goes wrong, I'm gonna be like a deer in a headlight. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, why are chow mein noodles using that recipe? Um, maybe it's lo mein noodles. Maybe I got it wrong, which is where I got the haystacks wrong. Thank you, Lucy. So you guys have chow mein, and lo mein as different types of noodles, and that's what I got wrong. And I put the wrong noodles in with the haystacks, so they're very crunchy. Um, John, I was asking if I was doing all right with the buttons because you made a comment to say, "Will I know where the what's in the box button is?" But I don't think we've got one, so we'll have to do one of those. Um, do you ever stay in contact with any of the YouTubers you met at like Cowboy Kent, T260? We do talk via like social media and email sometimes with Cowboy Kent and Shannon. I can't not call him Cowboy Kent, Mr. Kent Rowlands. Yes, we do keep in touch with some of the ones that you'd watch as well, like the Beasleys. We occasionally speak to Andre from European Reacts. I know a lot of you've said as well, and we've had emails about inviting people over. We've extended that invitation many a times to people, like if they're over here or nearby, please come over. We can do something together. I know the Beasleys were hoping to do something with us, but their travel plans just wouldn't work around David's work commitments and things, so we couldn't do that. But I'm sure there'll be another opportunity because we love those guys as well, and they're doing brilliant things. So like anybody that we can collaborate with and work with, that'd be amazing. We also did a collaboration on the last visit with Al from Eat More Vegans, and he's got another channel now behind the food TV. And if you've not watched that, you need to watch it, especially if you're into barbecue. Like, he goes round to a lot of the big barbecue places, not just in Texas. He's been around various different places, Kentucky. I'm just trying to think of places off the top of my head, and I'm probably not going to be able to mention any now. But yeah, he goes round, and the production on it is amazing. And he does really, really good interviews, and you get to see some of the recipes and how they cook food and some of the behind the scenes or secret things. And yeah, we'll chat to him as well. About things. Um, but yeah, like we like to keep in contact with everybody. It's a full-time job, isn't it? Um, uh, uh, uh. So Kyle, more pulling the YouTube curtain back. Are they pushing you to longer videos? Um, does that mean because we're going to be more into YouTube, are we going to produce longer videos, or are YouTube pushing us to make longer videos? I'm not quite sure how you want me to answer that question, or what the question is in terms of which way that is. Let me know. Doug, Nikita, I remember when you were reluctant to even be on camera. You've come a long way, baby. Well, I'll be honest. When I was working full time, I was too busy. Um, like, not to say that anybody else isn't and can't do it, but I was too busy working that it would be the last thing on my mind. I used to come home from work and carry on working and things like that. So I wouldn't have had time for YouTube, and I wouldn't say this side of the camera is my most comfortable place. Um, but yeah, it's just evolved, and I do actually enjoy it now. And it's always been David's dream to do YouTube, but I found like I was really uncomfortable doing it, and now it's like actually I really quite enjoy it. And I think the thing that I enjoy more than anything is talking to you all. So if I can get David to set up a live, I'm quite happy to just sit and mumble and chat. But I love the cooking aspect of it. I absolutely love it. If I'm going to be completely honest, the reactions, I found some of them I loved, and they were like the food related ones, but some of them, some of them baffled me or overwhelmed me, or just they were just things that I couldn't actually give any commentary to that would be of any value to somebody to watching it. So, not that I think we've wrapped at this, but give me something like a car and make me watch a video on it. Um, and I just wouldn't really have a clue where to start or what to say. I'd be like, oh, that's got nice seats. And it wouldn't be worthwhile. So I found the reaction videos, even though we tried to pick ones that we'd obviously be able to offer some good commentary to, I didn't know enough about the subject matter, so I couldn't really make any valid points. I did enjoy the weather ones, but those were the ones that got us into hot water, which is why we decided to step away from the reactions completely. And the food ones were the ones I loved doing. And that's why it kind of evolved, and not because of me, because of both of us. We loved the food ones. We loved talking to you all about food. The chats always came back to food, and even when David was doing it and doing some of his silly challenge videos, you ended up all talking about food. So somebody said it earlier in the chat, food brings everybody together, and that's what we found it does. And I love cooking. I absolutely do love it. I've always loved cooking. I'm not going to say I'm the best cook ever. I think I can cook some things quite well. Other things I'm absolutely rubbish at. Like tonight's dinner was sausage and mash, which I couldn't get wrong. But I think I basically made us a sausage and potato. I wouldn't even call it soup. It was just awful. But Alana was so kind. She was like, "Oh, mummy, you make the best food." And I was like, "Oh, thank you, darling." I said, "It's not very good." And she went, "No, mummy, it's really, really nice." I was like, "Oh, bless her. She's very, very good." And then she asked me later if she could have ice cream. So I think that was the reason why she was telling me it was so nice. No. Oh, yes, that was it. Oh, nature. Sorry, I'm going to have a sip and then I'm going to come to nature. Yes, nature. Geography is not my strong point at all. So if you talk specifically about geography, but give me trees and animals and water and stuff like that, I'm quite happy to watch that. Loved, loved from growing up David Attenborough documentaries. Absolutely loved them. Um, Anything to do with animals, I like watching. I find some of the ones that have got a bit of like, I'm gonna say the ones, let's say the ones that like PETA are involved in. They're obviously there because they're worried about the animals' health and um like what's the word for it? Well-being. I like to watch those, but they actually make me sad, if that makes sense as well. So kind of like Blackfish documentary. I think I've watched that about 10 times. That's probably exaggeration. It's probably about 6 times. Okay. I've watched that so many times because I think I just like to see all aspects of it. But I remember being conflicted with things like that about animals in captivity, and I still am. Like, I'll watch things or I'll go to places, and I go because I like to see the animals, but that's probably the same reason that the animals are there because people buy tickets to go and see them. So I've tried to, like, be selective about where I'll go. So the places that I go now, which are, like, animal places, are more involved in conservation. So I'm feel like I'm trying to support things rather than being part of the problem, if that makes sense. Because I know there's obviously things for the entertainment and things for not. That said, we have watched Tiger King again for the third time just because he's a bit crazy, isn't he? They all are a bit crazy. And then we watched that one, Chimp Crazy. Have any of you watched Chimp Crazy? I know they've just digressed off of nature and just gone on to animals and crazy animal things. But if you watch Chimp Crazy, that is pretty crazy as well. It's just, yeah, some of it is bizarre. But yeah, anything nature. I mean, there's a reason it's called God's Great Earth, isn't there? Like everything about it. It's just if you take a moment to just sit and go, you're in awe. There is not a bloody hell button. I'll give you that.
Super chat.
Thank you so much, Alan. Bloody love you, and you know it. Um, Alan and Erin, good friends of ours as well, and we've only met them through this channel. Alan was the first person to send David a package when David was doing his challenges and then got into the American side of things. And we were fortunate enough to meet up with Alan and Erin when we first went to Texas. And we did a patron meetup and we met them at the Fort Worth Water Gardens. It was a lovely day. We met so many lovely people as well. And then when we came back to Texas, the last trip we came on, we stayed with Alan and Erin for a week as well, which was lovely, and we had such a great time. And they actually showed us a side of America that we would not have seen as tourists. So they took us to places, um, but also things like the fire station. We went to the Austin fire station, which Alan organised because we'd cooked the brisket, and Alan's idea was, do you know what? Let's take it to the firefighters. And we absolutely loved that because if you don't know, David's dad was a firefighter as well. So we took some of the leftover brisket from our video. We took it to them and they gave us a tour of like the fire engine and everything. Alana sat in it and she came away with a little a dog, like a firefighter dog. It's Dalmatian. And she absolutely loved it. And do you know what? That girl's got such a good memory because she got that dog out the other day. So bearing in mind, this was what, 2 years ago, I'm going to say? Yeah, maybe even longer. She got that teddy and she went, "Oh, I got this one from the firemen in Texas." I was like, "How do you remember these things?" And then she also, the same trip, um, Randy, our friends from Blanks, who could have had a baby by now, I'm not sure, was due yesterday. Um, she gave Alana, because that's the trip we lost Fusa on, and she gave Alana a cat teddy. And she was like, "Oh, mummy, I got this one from America." I was like, "Oh gosh, you did." And I didn't want to go back into the conversation about how she came to get that teddy. But yeah, she's got such a good memory on her. So yeah. Um, yeah, I think I digressed obviously and started talking too much about animals. But yes, the national parks, that would be lovely. Really, really good to go and see some of the national parks because I don't think we've actually seen one yet. And from what we have seen of, I'm just going to call it like countryside isn't probably the right word, but what we have seen has been amazing. And one thing I would like to say, so our first trip to Texas, and I'm reverting to Texas because we've only been since we've done the channel, we've been to Florida, and that was because we went to visit family and tied it in with like our vlogs and everything. And then the first trip we decided to do was go to Texas, and then the second trip we went back to Texas but did Oklahoma and North Carolina as well. So obviously we need to come back and do different states. So that is the reason I'm going to refer to Texas because that's probably the place we've been to the most aside from Florida. But when we went to Texas, we were telling everybody what our plans were. And we had the suggestion to go stay in, I don't know which way round is actually said. Is it Canyon Lake or Lake Canyon? But we had the advice to go stay there for a little bit of downtime if we can. And we looked into it and we did it. And I'm so glad you told us to do that because we hit up a lot of the like touristy destinations. We did some of the barbecue trails. We did some of the big cities. We did the Texas State Fair, or the State Fair of Texas. And that end point, just ending up Canyon Lake, overlooking this beautiful lake surrounded by trees, not that many houses around you, kind of off the beaten track, really close to Sonic, really close to Brookshire Brothers. Um, Obviously still a drive, but it was just so picturesque and it was the perfect end to like I'm going to say what was our best vacation because it's so memorable for us because it was like our first YouTube vacation basically where we did all it was purely doing everything for the channel and we absolutely loved it and we ticked so many things off and we just felt like I really think we felt like we were living in that time that we were there. It was just incredible and I cannot explain to you how much of a good time we had. But to end it on that massive high, that's what made us wanna go back as well, apart from all the barbecue food as well. But there were so many things that we loved about that trip, and that's why we cannot wait to go to every other state and experience so many good things because America's got so much to offer, we know that, and we just absolutely love it. There's so much, and I know some of you talk about some of the things that are going on in your states as well and that you're not so happy with. And they're things that we don't even have we can't get involved in because it's not we don't have a right basically to get involved in some of those things or have an opinion on it. So we stay away from it as would stay away from things that are going on here in the UK. But I think you guys have so much to offer. You've got a beautiful country. You've got so much going for you that it's why so many of us Brits or Europeans or I've seen people from all over reacting to your chat to your channel. No, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? So many people reacting to your country because it is that good. We're like all so in awe of it that if I could just say to anybody, well, where is one place you'd want to go? Where do you want to go back? America, 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 America. And it's because each state offers something different. Each state we've been to gives us a different feel, a different vibe, a different perspective, different food, even different people, different culture. And that's why, like, America's so diverse. That's what keeps us coming back. And I was talking to my cousin the other day, and she said to me, "Oh, are you thinking about going back to America, are you?" And I was like, I kind of wanted to go, like, without sounding rude. I was like, well, duh. Just because We love it that much. Like, why would we want to go anywhere else? I mean, there's probably a few states, not states. There's probably a few countries. There you go. I'm talking like an American now. States all the time. There's a few countries I still would want to visit, but for my immediate travels, I just want to go to America constantly. I can't think of anywhere I'd want to. Anywhere else I'd want to be. You get everything there. So I kind of think the next question, where do we need to go next? Because this is something that we need to try and think about. If we're going to do it, we're going to have to do it before Alana starts school, and she's got to be in school Monday to Friday. I don't know if you get fined over there. If you take your children out of school over here, you get fined. So yeah, we've got to try and do it before September. We've got to find somewhere to go, and we've got to hope, obviously, that we can afford to go as well. But it's like, where should we go? Where should we go next? And I think that's the fun of it. It's like literally, we could get a dartboard, throw a dart. Well, not a dartboard, the map. I'm looking, there's a map up here. Throw a dart at the wall, see which state it lands in, and go, okay, we're going there. Because that is what I love. I just find it so much fun. Like everything you've got to offer. Oh, yeah. I know there's no way you could see all of America into Pines. I know a lot of people have tried, and yeah. And I think even if you wanted to, or if you had like even if you had like 20 years free, I don't even know if 20 years would be enough time, and you could just mosey on round the whole of the states as much as you wanted, you wouldn't see half of it, would you? There's like so much to see. I mean, England's small. Bristol's small too, and there's parts of Bristol that I probably haven't even been to, or there's things that I haven't seen. I don't know if you have it over there, but um, what do they call it? Like I think they call it like city treasure hunts or something like that. And it's basically where you've got like clues and you've got to go around the city finding these clues. And I've done a few of them here in the UK. And each time I've done one, I've seen different things that I've not seen. So I've done them in places that are really close to home that I've been a lot of the time. And you go do something, you look up and you go, I never noticed that. And it's because of these things that have been put in place, these like treasure hunts and stuff. And it says, if you go to this and you go there and then you look up and you see that and you're like, ah, and then it takes you on to your next clue and you're like you spend so much time. I'm not one of these people that walk around like this, but you spend so much time like looking straight on or where you're going. Sometimes like you're looking down or sometimes looking across that you don't ever look up or across. And if you do, especially here in the UK, because there's so many older buildings, you go round and you look and you get an appreciation for actually some of the history here. And I think when you live somewhere, you don't appreciate the beauty of it sometimes. And like when I've gone on a holiday, you can sit down and just take in some of these things. Like David and I, one of David's good friends, he actually lives in Barcelona, which is funny because he actually speaks fluent Spanish and he has a school and he could actually teach me how to speak Spanish and stop me like butchering some of the pronunciation because I pronounced that wrong. um, anyway, where was I going with this? Yeah, one of David and I's favorite trips, we went over there and we stayed with him and we actually sat there in the street one day, just sat there having a beer or a wine, whatever we had, just watching the world go by. And it was just so great to be able to sit there and just people watch. And we actually did that in Poland with my mum and dad. We were sat there once and we were just having a nice time, just a nice leisurely time sat there. But when you are on holiday or vacation, you have got the time to just be able to sit, take a step back and just watch and take things in. And it's not just like about taking in and watching people. You actually look around a bit more, don't you? And you just things can catch your gaze and stuff like that rather than you like constantly in a rush trying to do things all the time. Um I don't know where to go now. I'm just trying to look back at the chat because I know I digress so much. Dream or Hutch? Sometimes it's really hard to see actually on the live chat. I'd love to see Bath and Cornwall. Both are lovely. We're absolutely like not too far from Bath, and Bath's beautiful as well, as is Cornwall. Got such a lot to see. I've never been to Scotland or Ireland. There's two places that are really close to the UK, England, that I've never been to, and I think I need to go. Brenda, selfishly, I'd say go to PA so I could treat you to the country's biggest buffet. Yeah, I'm there. Food. No, there's loads of places we want to go. David has actually been to Pennsylvania before, but way before the channel. So somewhere he would probably love to go back. I know I'd want to go again.
Super chat.
I like pressing that button. Save Hawaii for last. You learn a new way to barbecue. Yes. And you need to dig an emu. Thank you for the pronunciation in your backyard. Aloha from KY. Is that how you say it? Or is it Kauai? I probably still said it wrong. Funnily enough, we watched Outdoor Boys, and they went to Hawaii and they did some of the cooking in the ground and stuff like that. And that just looked incredible as well. I think, yeah, brilliant. Dynamite. I've been to Scotland, but I always wanted to go to Liverpool and parts of London, but I'm a big Beatles nerd. We've been to London. We have been to London a few times. David works in London. We've been to Liverpool a few times because that's David's football team. But I actually went there with my old work one night for a works night out. We had like a meeting, and then we went a night out. And our hotel was actually next to the Beatles Museum. And one of my colleagues' rooms was right next to the museum itself, whereas mine was obviously the other side of the building or something. And he said it was just all night. All night. He said he could not sleep. So my advice, as much as you love it and you love the Beatles and you thought, prime location, the hotel next to the Beatles Museum, don't stay there. But yeah, Liverpool's lovely as well. That's one of the furthest places I've probably been north, if I'm honest, in the UK, which is quite bad, isn't it? I've probably been to more places outside of the UK than I have in it, which is crazy. Oh, okay. So somebody's fessing up, and David has just said he needs the toilet. Okay, too much info. Okay, yes, it might be. So, I mean, in the last video, I got the blame. Yeah, you tell him, wash his hands, Travis. Monty, David, which John? There are several in the chat. Thanks for the announcement, Joyanne. I might have to pin that comment. Hang on a second. Is this working? No, I can only put you in timeout. What's going on here? Yeah, I can actually. There we go. There we go. Thank you. It's funny, isn't it? Even that differentiation in what we say for different words. So I suppose I don't really use the John. I use the toilet or the loo, as some of you have said. Doug and Dave have both said the loo. I'll say the loo. I need the loo a minute. I need the toilet. I need a wee or something like that. But like restroom, toilets, washrooms, like just the difference in how we say certain things. I don't think toilet sounds very nice, to be honest. Not sure loo sounds much better, but I think it sounds a little bit nicer than toilet, doesn't it? I need the toilet. But yeah, I don't think we quite often the signs over here in the UK say toilets. They rarely say restroom. I don't think they say restroom at all. I think I've made that up. Might say WC in some places, but it's mainly like toilets this way. But I don't think toilets sound very nice. Spend a penny. Yes, spend a penny is one of those things, but it's actually funny. I don't know if you've got it over there. There's quite a few places over here where you have to still pay to use the toilet. I had to pay yesterday, actually, when we went to the park. So you have to pay But they have contactless now. Well, why wouldn't they? It's a money making thing, isn't it? So I think I had to spend 20 pennies to have a wee. But of course, I pressed the thing to go and I wanted to take Alyssa to change her nappy. And I will admit I needed to go to the toilet myself. But I found everybody came into the toilet. Not everybody, not literally the whole park, but everybody came into the toilet for my 20p. So I had me, Alana, Alyssa, my cousin, and her daughter in there. So there's 5 of us in the toilet. And I was like, okay, well, there goes my 20p. Best 20p I spent. Everyone had a wee that time. But yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Because I'm just looking at the chat. You can I don't know. He's got the worst toilet humor, that man. Yeah, David, fill your boots. Use my flannel. Don't worry, because I used your towel yesterday when you weren't here. Ha ha ha. There we go. No, I that makes me feel a bit disgusting. Actually, David, don't do that. Where was we? What were we talking about? Yeah, spending a penny. So yeah, all the different words. It's like what ones catch me out? Well, actually, David used to say period quite a lot instead of like full stop. Like we call it full stop, but we wouldn't say like you would say and that's that period. We wouldn't say and that's that full stop. Does that make sense? Um so yeah, they're funny things. I know David talked about a few on previous chats, like the differences between what we would say and what you would say. I do find it bizarre. Are we still talking about David being in the toilet? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, well, this going downhill, this chat. Somebody please take it up a notch. Let's go talk about something else. We centre, we closet, water closet. Yes, Katie. I think they're all um pretty much universal. We could use either one of those, couldn't we? Um okay. I'm gonna leave David literally hanging, okay? If he needs toilet paper, he's gonna have to wait. And thank you, Travis, for putting him right on the B day. It's not a birthday party, although he might be having a celebration down there right now. We don't know. I've got a quick question. What's it called now? I forgot. I did ask the patrons. If is it Dave's Hot Chicken? Is that the place? Do you have any recommendations? Is it well known over there? Do you like it? Do you think it's a place we should go? Because we've got one over here now in Bristol. So I'm just asking. Um, I'm just going to answer Adam's question. Do we think we'll make it over to the US this year? We would absolutely love to. And it just feels a bit like it's a bit odd because as of April, we'll kind of have all the time in the world to be able to come over in a sense because David won't be working full time, but then we won't have David's salary. So it's affording it. So we're kind of like in a funny place with it. We don't know if we can or can't do it, which we'd obviously love to. So if we can, if we can afford it, we are definitely coming. We've not booked any other vacations or anything this year, in the hope that we can actually go. So fingers crossed, we'll be able to afford to come, and we'll be able to come over. Angry Otter, Dave's Hot Chicken, known but not top of the list. Interpoints, don't pay for the hottest Dave's unedible, edible. Yeah, we don't have Bojangles. I really want Bojangles. It's probably one of my favorite chicken places that I've had so far. Um, yeah, okay, so they don't advertise. Okay. So yeah, I'd love to I'd love to go back to Bojangles, but we don't have it. So we've got various I was gonna say hot chicken. We've got various fast food joints here that are coming over, and Dave's Hot Chicken is a new one that we've had over. So I just didn't know whether it was worth the journey to go there. Kate G. Kate, I'm just catching the end of your live stream, sorry. Do you have any plans to upgrade your stove and oven? My knees hurt every time I see you put something in to bake. It's so low. I know. That's how ovens are here. The majority of them are under the countertop. I don't know in what year, but then we kind of moved to getting them placed a bit higher up, which makes sense. But yeah, most kitchens, like our kitchen came as it was, so we didn't actually install it or anything. We did think about moving it next to the fridge freezer that we've got, so it was higher up, because I would love that, because then it's out the way of the kids, is easier for you to get into. But just the cost of it, we didn't bother to do, because we would have to have got the new house in and move everything around. It's one on the wish list. If we get to redo our kitchen at any point, yeah, I would seriously put my oven in higher up. I'd keep the hob where it is. I've not really bothered about that, unless we had, I don't know, like an island and maybe put the hob there. I don't know. But yeah, the oven, you get used to it, and it's really quite handy just kicking the door. I'm doing the little kicking motion, kicking the. But yes, I do worry, and I was not that I was even using the oven today. Alyssa is gonna be crawling any time now, and she's on the floor this morning, and not this morning, this evening when I was cooking dinner. She was like edging, like like they do, rolling like this. She's edging closer to the oven. I think 'cause she could see a reflection, so she kept going towards it. But obviously, I kept pulling her away, even though it wasn't on. I don't want her to think I can go up to that. Um, so yes, it's one of those things that we need to be mindful of. Now she's getting mobile. Whereas Alana never touched it. She was quite good with it. Like obviously it doesn't get that hot on the outside because it's like got the double wall kind of thing. But yeah, I still don't want to go in close to it. Brenda, Nikita, it amazed me when you were getting up and down near the end of your pregnancy. Well, someone had to do it, didn't they? Mm. We have got Wingstop. We did do a video on Wingstop. If you've not watched that, that one's there as well. But yes, I just need to know whether it's worth the visits. Right. I'm gonna just address Matt's question. How about little brother for Alana and Alyssa? I can't even see my daughter's name right now. So Alana was going on about a little brother the other day, but I think I'm getting on a bit now. I think my time of carrying children is getting past me. I'm not getting any younger. And I don't know if, by the time I'd have another child, I don't know. I don't think they'd want an old mum. So I th- I think Alana and Alyssa are going to be our only children unless something happens. But yeah, I think I'm getting on a bit. I'm just going to welcome
New member.
Evolve. I only realized recently, David, that is actually your voice. I thought it was somebody else's for some reason. I am going to sign off now, guys, because I am getting a little bit tired, if I'm completely honest. It is 11:30 at night, so I think I've done my dues for the day. I want to thank you so much all for joining us, or me, tonight, and thank you so much for Mel for the parcels, which I believe is Mel. Yeah, we just want to keep doing this, and we're so grateful for all of you joining us on our journey and for all the support that you give us. Hopefully, we'll keep bringing you more and more content, and obviously, with David giving up his job and doing this full time, that's the plan. And if not, I'll be hitting him with a wet noodle. So thank you all for joining us, and thank you me, and Phil being here. And don't forget, we'll most likely have a video on Sunday, but we've not filmed one yet. So any suggestions of what we can film, let us know in the comments. Okay, Bye bye, everyone. Good night.